What's up everybody, it's Decentralized Dave with a face video, and I want to talk to you about financial planning, and I want to share my financial plan for the future. I'm pretty sure that most of you have already heard the famous term 5-year plan, because there was this very famous Chinese 5-year plan that the first one worked flawlessly, then Soviet Union tried one, then China, I think they did the second one, but was nowhere near as successful. When I look at my own track record, I have actually in one case, basically 2020 and 21, I have 10x my portfolio, my total portfolio. I went 10x there. And that was with poor execution, all right? With a flawless execution, I actually could have made over 100x on my total portfolio, but that was only with a flawless execution. And of course, you can never do a flawless execution. However, I could say that if I did a good execution or above average execution, maybe even average execution, I would not have made 10x, but actually much more than that. So with my more knowledge and more experience, I believe that I can actually do average execution next, and maybe even above average. And I could say that maybe I can do 20x plus on my total portfolio once we are in such an explosive environment as we were in 2020 and 2021. So next question, when do I see that we will be likely in a similar environment than we were in 2020, 2021? So basically it's not right now, okay? It's not any time around the present time. There also I can thank to Mark's work, Mark de Mazel's work. I actually now work with him on his big 100 years old sheet, because that really helps me to put everything into perspective. And also he has voiced many times the concerns about high PE ratios. Well, obviously it's very unlikely we will have a really strong bull market with explosive get-rich opportunities while these ratios are as high as they are. So these ratios need to come back down. And I believe that the most probable way how these ratios come back down, basically stagnation in the prices and the earnings going up, and the ratios just go down quite quickly. And this should go on for actually several years. I'm not saying that we can't make new all-time highs in the process, but if I am right, and if we basically if we go stagnating, then we are going to always come back down to the same kind of level. And I already have a very, very strong hunch on what level that is going to be. My plan is to basically just keep improving myself, studying and gaining even more experience as a swing trader and the investor in this for actually like maybe 3-4 more years. I think this stagnation is going to be basically lasting until about 2030. In that process, I would love to maintain over 10% CAGR, obviously, right? However, once this period is beyond us, and I believe all of these ratios will look much better than they do, I think we will be ready sometime in the early 2030s. We will be ready for the exact same explosive move like we did in 2020 to 2021, where basically also combined with the cryptos, where basically is going to be for me realistic. I'm saying realistic, even with me thinking of the errors that I'm going to do. I believe that in early 2030s, the chance or even environment for 20xing of my portfolio is going to open up, and then it's going to be up to me to grab it. and of course then walk away, right? That's something I didn't do, but again, that's for another video. So thank you very much for listening. It's much longer than I wanted it to be, but here you have my in-depth financial plan, my 5-year plan.